3 hearts pump blue blood through a body with no bones, and a brain wrapped around its throat. This is the North Pacific after sunset, cold, patient, and full of hunters that never need a sunrise. Here, the giant Pacific octopus does not chase fame, it masters one patch of seafloor completely. Its kingdom is written in scent trails, cracked shells, tide rhythms, and the hush of grazing fish. And every falling tide asks the same question: can a soft animal outthink a hardening ocean? Enteroctopus dofleini is the largest octopus species we know, yet one of the rarest sights in open. It lives where oxygen stays rich, rocks offer shelter, and visibility can vanish in a cloud of ink. From Japan to California, from shallow tide pools to depths of 1,500 meters, it stays Pacific. A giant Pacific octopus can disappear against stone, sand, and algae in seconds, not for fish nearby. This animal is both warning and weather, a presence felt before it is seen. Its presence shapes how crabs hide, how kelp grazers move, and how coastal people read the sea. But the octopus is not a monster from deep fiction, it is a specialist trying to finish a very. To understand it, we must follow the ocean on the ocean's terms, not our own comfortable timetable. Each sucker tastes the world it touches, texture, chemistry, and the trail of prey that passed minutes ago. Its arms hold most of its neurons, turning movement into thought distributed through flesh. 500 million years ago, cephalopod ancestors carried shells, octopus ancestors traded. Evolution did not build a tank, it built a problem solver that can pour itself through a narrow crack. With no internal skeleton, it flexes where rigid predators would break, speed, squeeze. When it swims by jet propulsion, one of its 3 hearts actually pauses, effort reshapes its own circuit. Its main prey includes crabs, clams, shrimp, and fish, each meal a risk calculated in. Color change is not decoration, it is camouflage, mood, and conversation written in living pigment. Cold water holds more oxygen, and oxygen fuels the metabolism of an animal that grows fast and dies young. Among invertebrates, this is one of the most complex brains on Earth, curious, cautious, and quick. Researchers have watched octopuses solve puzzles, open jars, and remember solutions weeks later. A den is not just shelter, it is memory palace, dining room, and fortress in one rocky address. When daylight fades, a different forest wakes, and the giant Pacific octopus finally steps outside. It hunts alone at night, flowing low along the bottom, arms tasting every stone it crosses. Crabs are a staple meal, armored prey that can injure a careless hunter with one sharp claw. It may stretch its arms wide to probe crevices, turning the seafloor into a searchable map. Clams and mussels offer slower food, hidden behind shells that demand patience and force. Free stock rarely shows a real strike, so patience must stand in for impact in the edit. Shrimp and small fish add quick calories, each catch fueling growth that cannot wait for tomorrow. Some octopuses rearrange stones and shells at the den mouth, not decoration, but defense engineering. The reef keeps records in cracked shells, scattered legs, and the sudden silence after a hunt ends. If threatened, a cloud of ink buys seconds, enough to slip away and rebuild the illusion of empty water. One successful night can equal 2% of body weight in food. Growth is the deadline. These forests are not background scenery, they are nurseries, pantries, and storm breaks for the coast. Alaska fjords, British Columbia channels, Oregon shelves, each coastline offers a slightly different. Sea otters, seals, fish, and birds share these waters. The octopus competes in a crowded net. Fish graze kelp, crabs trim algae, octopus trim crabs, a chain held together by appetite. Kelp stores carbon, shelters juvenile fish, and softens wave energy before it reaches human heart. Intertidal zones are the ocean's front door, where land people meet animals that breathe water. One octopus, one home. It does not migrate across oceans, it learns every crack of a single neighbor. Storms reshape sand, toss kelp, and reopen dens. Stability here is always temporary. When the Pacific warms, cold water homes change first, oxygen, prey timing, and safe depth. The IUCN lists the giant Pacific octopus as least concern globally, yet population trends. That is not the same as safe. It means we have not watched closely enough everywhere it lives. Fisheries bycatch can pull octopuses from pots and traps meant for other species. Habitat disturbance can collapse the dens they depend on. One shifted boulder, one lost address. Scientists sample catches and survey coasts, but vast bottom habitat still goes uncounted. Ocean warming and acidification stress the same cold systems that octopus blood chemistry evolved for. This is not yet a simple extinction headline. It is a warning that guardianship must get sharper. Marine reserves and dive surveys help map habitat, species counts, and the health of kelp forests. Aquarium research has revealed healing, learning, and personality differences between individual octopuses. Pacific Northwest cultures have honored this animal in art and story for thousands of years, not as a monster. Coastal communities still read the ocean daily: tides, catches, strange warmth, missing kelp. Protect kelp, and you protect the pantry that feeds fish, otters, people, and octopus alike. Remote cameras now reach depths divers cannot, slowly filling gaps in a long data silence. When monitoring improves, policy can follow, but only if we decide this animal is worth counting. Education turns wonder into stewardship. Children who touch tide pools may defend them as adults. Shared coastlines mean shared responsibility, wildlife and economies tied to the same temperature. Fishers know these waters in seasons and storms. Their records can complement scientific surveys. Harbor life looks tough and abundant, but it still depends on clean, cool, oxygen-rich incoming sea. Marine planning decides where trawling stops, where kelp rebounds, and where dens stay undisturbed. Curiosity is powerful if it stays gentle. One careless step can crush decades of slow growth. Remove a top predator, and grazers multiply, kelp thins, fish nurseries shrink, coasts change. The octopus does not ask for fame, only space to finish a life scripted in 3 to 5 years. Its future will be decided in water temperature, fishing rules, harbors, labs, and local memory. Fact 1. It has 3 hearts, 2 push blood through gills, 1 through the body. Fact 2. Its blood runs blue with copper-based hemocyanin, built for cold oxygen-poor depths. Fact 3. After a female lays eggs, she stops eating, guards them for months, fans them. Every giant Pacific octopus is a single-generation miracle. Hatchlings ride currents into an uncertain. As keystone predators, they hold crab numbers in check, protecting kelp that stores carbon and shelters. Lose the octopus, and the cascade begins quietly, not with thunder, with too many grazers and too little. Modern science is only now catching up to what coastal cultures long understood. This animal thinks. It remembers. It adapts. It tests. We are still. Every grazer, every hunter, every strand of kelp belongs to the same living ledger underwater. The Pacific is not empty wilderness. It is a crowded city of appetites and alliances. Each vial of seawater can tell a story about warming, acidity, and what still survives. 500 million years of evolution, compressed into a life shorter than many trees take to fruit. To lose this mind would be to lose one of our clearest windows into alien intelligence on our own planet. The giant Pacific octopus survives because cold Pacific pockets still exist. Not because survival is. Its future will be decided in temperature charts, fishing rules, labs, and the patience of coastal people. Protection is not only about wonder, it is about responsibility shared by everyone who eats from the sea. Protect the kelp, and the kelp protects crabs, fish, otters, carbon storage, and octopus together. Next Sunday, the blue whale, the largest animal ever known to live. We leave the reef for the open ocean, same water, different scale, same duty of care. Comment earth or water for the species after that, snow leopard or great white shark. Subscribe for Sunday Species, one animal, one story, one chance to see the living world clearly. Until next Sunday, 3 hearts, 1 life, 1 ocean we all share.